Hi, I'm ZMKF, 17-year-old writer activist. Ractivist, climate. Climate is my main thing, and that's what I want to talk to you about right now. Last night, I go out and do things rarely. I'm disabled and I live like a mainly sedentary lifestyle, other than like exercising to keep myself alive. But I went and did something last night. I saw a screening of the Nat Geo film, Paris to Pittsburgh. It's their new film, their new documentary, and it's very good. It brings up many interesting points. One of them being that no one gets how urgent this is. This is just what I got from the film. They didn't say Democrats and Republicans, no matter what they think on global warming, aren't doing enough. No one is doing enough. And you may be feeling overwhelmed right now. Who cares? There's a problem we all have to solve, and I'm not going to listen to you complain while there are problems. Solutions to be come up with, to be made. The film talked about, sorry, drinking water, got very determined there. The film talked about, first of all, I am so mad about this particular thing. They talked about how in California, and I kind of already knew this, in Los Angeles and El Segundo, there's like a lot of oil drilling, right? It never crossed my mind. What kind of psychopath do you have to be to say, sure, people can live there? To build the places, and then as Los Angeles expands, you say, oh, yeah, sure, we're not going to move them. We're not going to move the oil drilling facilities because, of course, they don't cause health problems. Anyway, though, so that's just something I'm mad about. I'm going to try and fix that. I'm going to try and get the facilities away from where people live. That's going to be my next goal. Okay. But here's the thing that I'm really mad about. So they were talking about the Paris Accord, that agreement, to try and curb fossil fuel emissions. Okay, so most people think that, like, if we go to 50% clean energy by 2050, like, that'll be fine. Like, most people, including, like, the main corporations and the people that are in charge of those carbon emissions. Okay, so some people think that that's fine. It's not fine. It's not. We don't need 50% by 2050. Because no matter what the Paris Accord says, no matter what your estimate says, it is always good to get that stuff done sooner. It is always good to underestimate the time that you have. I'm mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really mad about the crap that we're pulling off, that we're not fixing these problems yet. Okay. So here's what I want you all to realize. One, better safe than sorry. Just because something isn't obviously true, or just because a scientist told you it was true and you haven't gone to check for yourself, doesn't mean it isn't true. And clean energy, even if global warming doesn't exist, let's say it doesn't exist for the people who think it doesn't exist. Even if global warming doesn't exist, clean energy is still clean. Like, even if climate change wasn't real, coal and oil, whatever gaseous fumes they release, have effects on the air, have effects on the people that live near them. So better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry, because clean is clean and dirty is dirty. Better safe than sorry, because if you are given a world, you do everything you can to take care of it. Doesn't matter if you think this is an urgent problem or not, because if it is, you'd better be doing everything, and if it isn't, well then, you're just a really good person if you're doing everything you can to solve global warming, and global warming doesn't exist. You're just a great person. A really great person who's really being cautious about everything. And I admire that about you. So yeah, better safe than sorry. Think about what really needs to get done and do that. And I don't care if you think that this isn't a problem. Okay, second thing. No matter what the Paris Accord says, no matter what estimate you have, we don't need 50% by 2050. Because even if it helps us avoid the worst outcomes of global warming, we can't say that we have more time than we do. These things are happening now. Miami is losing its fresh water now. People after the hurricanes in Puerto Rico, there's one woman who wasn't able to access a dialysis machine, and I have no idea what that is or what it does, but I've heard that it helps with, like kidney problems? I'm sorry, but this really... I play with my hair when I'm mad. We don't need 50% by 2050. We need 100% by tomorrow. We need to do these things now. Whatever problem that there is to fix that you want to concentrate on, if it's solar power or making sure electric cars get serviced and maintained, or helping people secure jobs in the new economy. Oh my God, because money is so much more important than the likelihood of us all dying. As they said in the documentary, it is not a zero-sum game. We can further the economy and stop global warming at the same time. But if we had to choose, I would choose stopping global warming. And I think you should too, and if you wouldn't, consider the facts. But if you don't listen to facts, consider emotion. Consider how hopeless people of color in low-income communities are. On certain days, people aren't hopeless every day, no matter what they're going through, but on certain days, imagine just realizing someone did this to you on purpose. You live in the neighborhood that you live in on purpose. Consider not me, but everyone I stand next to, everyone I fight with. 100% not just clean energy, 100% willingness, 100% fierceness, 100% kindness, 100% of all that makes us good, and 0 of what makes us bad. You can't regulate what bad things, you just have to get rid of them. 100% by tomorrow. Not 50 by 50. Okay? This is all we have. All right. Goodbye. Take a look at my blog, zmkf.me. Don't cross me. I am a part of the 0 Hour team. I am the fire. My fierceness spreads. Don't cross me. Don't say no to progress. For your own good.